All right, here we go, guys. How's it going? It's your boy Stas here. Got my good old double espresso. As always, when do I not, right? Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we have to break down the market, talk about where my head's at, a couple of earnings that just came out, and in general, what I'm looking to buy in the market today and overall these next couple of days. As of now, we are up across the board except for the Qs, which the Qs are only down 0.1%. The VIX is down 4%, and we have the Dow, let's see, up around 0.25%, S&P up around 0.25% as well, Russell up 0.5%, gold's up 3%, same with silver, and Bitcoin is having itself a day today, guys. We're pushing 70K on Bitcoin, up around 6% as of this video, and somebody asked me in Discord, why do I think Bitcoin's going up? Honestly, I have no idea, right? I'm not the biggest crypto guy. My guess would be, without doing much research into it, probably a whale just bought today. A big buyer came in, bought a bunch of Bitcoin, pushing the price up. That could be, or maybe a bunch of these big buyers at once. That could be what's going on here on Bitcoin. And a lot of these Bitcoin-related stocks, Circle Internet Group, Coinbase, a couple other names, are running today. Robinhood's up 5.5%. Go figure, right? They have a decent amount of exposure to Bitcoin. So we're going to cover that a bit in this video, guys, the stocks, and overall, again, where my head's at, earnings. So hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, trades, private Discord. All that's linked down below in the bio and the comments. Go to stasurfs.com/Patreon. I'll see you all in there. And with that being said, cheers. Let's get to it. So, Bitcoin again, massively green. Dow, S&P, Russell, everything's up except for the Qs, which at this point I wouldn't be surprised if we did go green later today. I mean, we're already up around $6 or $4, $5, $6 off the lows. We were popping in the morning on the Qs, and we dumped aggressively at open. So we ran in the pre-market, dumped that open to 712 after closing over 720 or opening over 721. So we had a major drop off. Saw the rebound to 719. Now it's starting to fall again. This could easily run into close, right, at this point. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if it did that and we did go green. And overall, the bulls want that, considering that would lead us bouncing off of this 180 moving average on this 4-hour chart at about 712, 715, which we're seeing some buying coming in at that point, but we're not obviously, confirming the breakout or the pop again off that support. And the Qs desperately need to break out of 720, 725. That is a sticking point. It has been pretty much since the beginning of July, a good 30, 45 days at this point. So the overall market looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good today. Oil's up as well, which isn't the best, but a green day is a green day, and the Qs I think will go green probably later today. So let me share with you all a couple of earnings from today. We had Lowe's, we had Target, we had TJX. So let's run through these quickly. Then we'll break down some other stocks. There's so much movement today, guys. So Lowe's is number one. This stock is up 2.75% after earnings, and the company reported, let's see here, which I'm not surprised they're going up, by the way. We'll talk about that in a second. They reported earnings per share adjusted of $4.40 versus $4.22 expected on sales of $25.95 billion versus $26.15 billion. So they missed sales a little bit. They beat adjusted EPS. Let's see here. They see full year 26 sales of $92 billion. They saw before $92 to $94 billion. So maybe a little soft on that guidance. But listen, guys, this stock was so beaten up into earnings, right? So the fact that we're rebounding on a miss on revenue, maybe a little softness in the guidance, that's a very good sign that we may be at the bottom. Who knows? Not saying for sure we are, but it's a good sign that we're nearing the bottom, even though they're narrowing some of their guidance here. Looks like their updated full year 26 outlook reflects first half results. Current demand trends are looking good, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. They see full year 26 EPS of around 11.75. They had seen about 11.75 to 12.25, so they're narrowing the guidance, but they're not cutting it. Right? The estimate is still within the lower end of the range from what we saw before, which is fine. They're not cutting it. If they cut the guidance, yeah, maybe the stock would be down. But the fact that we're rebounding on narrowing guidance, they missed revenue, that could be a sign we're nearing a bottom. Maybe we're at the bottom if the stock is reacting this way. Could you imagine if they had a blowout beat? Man, this thing would be ripping. And we covered how, in another video, Lowe's plays out very similarly, or at least it has the last couple of years. Each time July, August rolls around, it starts to turn back up here. We can see on the chart, 220, 210 has been support for years. And it did this last summer, right? We hit 210, got all the way to 275, 280, and we did this the summer before that. We hit 210, 220, rallied all the way to 280. So I think something similar is shaping up here for Lowe's, and the fact that the stock is up and it's consolidating still, but it's moving up after earnings that maybe weren't the best, that's a good sign that we could be at the bottom. And listen, the breakout spot, I would say, is 225, 230 on this name, and we're getting close. I'm going to set my alert at 225 on Lowe's. I honestly, I really like this for a trade, guys, heading into the back half of this year. I think there's a decent chance, maybe not 280, that might be aggressive, or 275, but there's a decent chance Lowe's gets back to the mid 200s at the very least, in my opinion. So that's a quick rundown on Lowe's. Target also reported earnings, and let's see what Target did. TGT's up around 6%. Very nice pop for Target. So these retailers, guys, looking pretty good. Target, Q2 adjusted EPS 4.11, which crushed the $2.33 estimate. What a beat there, guys. Sales $26.53 billion versus $26.14 billion. So very nice double beat out of Target. They expect 26 adjusted EPS to range between $9.90 to $10.90 versus the $8.52 estimate. So guys, their guidance is very strong for on that side of things. I'm not seeing revenue. I'm not seeing it, but listen, double beat, and they raised adjusted EPS guidance. That is very good in and of itself. Stocks popping. We're at fresh highs for the year, probably on the 1 year. Yeah, on the 1 year as well. The 3 year maybe. Not quite yet, but we're getting close to where we were now back in April of 2024. And honestly, that's where we're probably heading. $180 is probably where we're going. Not for sure, not guaranteed, but in the short term, I could see that happening. So Target looks good. TJX also reported this stock's down 3.5–4% roughly right now. The stock reported, or the company reported, stock tanked from 155 all the way to 140. It saw a little relief at open, but now it's drifting down into the back half of the day. Not the best look for TJX. They reported earnings. Let's see, guys. Adjusted EPS $1.22. That beat the $1.19. Sales also beat 15.18 versus 15.16 billion. So double beat out of TJX. They expect adjusted EPS for Q3 to range between $1.30 $1.32. Let's see. They see Q3 adjusted EPS of $1.30 $1.32, which I just said, versus the $1.34 estimate. So that was a little soft for TJX. And they expect Q3 27 comparable sales growth of 2 to 3%, full year comparable sales growth of 3 to 4%. So maybe a little soft on that end. The stock was weak into earnings, and this is one that has, similarly to Lowe's, obviously very different business, but similarly to Lowe's, if I could talk, this stock has been bouncing pretty predictably, at least on this time frame, on the 4 hour. So I'm going to be watching TJX for a bounce, honestly, in the mid 140s, where it's at now. Maybe for a play back towards 155, maybe higher than that. So I like the way it's setting up, even though earnings brought it down a little bit. I don't think they were that bad. So TJX, Lowe's, TGT, those are the three main ones for this video, guys. Other stocks moving. I mean, look, the crypto names, again, Bitcoin's going nuts. Well, nuts, 5%. I mean, not too nuts, but it's up. Biggest green day I've seen in a while. And we have Coinbase up 10%, although Coinbase is nowhere near breaking out. This stock has gotten demolished. I mean, it's sad. A 10% green day is like a blip on this Coinbase chart now. That's how ugly it's gotten. I mean, this thing can't even really move, but eventually, when Bitcoin's back, whenever the heck that happens, we'll see Coinbase start to come back. Robinhood, which I'm long, we're seeing a nice 5.6% green day today. We're bouncing at a higher low here. We're just trying to break out of the highs from about a week ago, right by the 180 SMA here. Big resistance on Robinhood. If it breaks, this could start to push over 100 again. I think that's no problem for Robinhood, especially if Bitcoin cracks 70, 75, goes back to 80. Yeah, Robinhood, oh yeah, it's going back over 100. So I'm watching Robinhood. Again, I'm long. Mercado Libre's another one I'm long in, looking good today, man. 7% up as of this video. And this thing's starting to push. It's starting to push this multi-month high right now, which I think, and I've been saying this for a while, and I think now that the stock's digested earnings, it might be about to happen. I think once we take out 1950, 2000 on Mercado Libre, this thing is going to go haywire. I really think that. I think it's been a long time coming. We're going to be trading in this window right here if that happens. In my opinion, when that happens. The fundamentals here, man, are too strong for this to be a sub 2000 stock for much longer. At the end of the day, man, stocks follow earnings, revenue, the fundamentals, longer term. Short term, yeah, the noise gets in the way. People get shaken out of stocks, but long term, they follow earnings. And if you know about the fundamentals behind Mercado Libre, they're crushing it, man. They're crushing it. And they have seen a short-term hit to free cash flow, their margins. They're making some key investments right now, and that spooked out investors, but not me. I'm holding because, in my opinion, we're going well over 2K on Mercado Libre. Well over 2K, and I've been buying it all year, building my position down here under 2,000. And I'm ready, man. I'm a long-term investor. I'm a trader too, but I'm also an investor in companies, and I'm willing to hold stocks, especially, again, if the fundamentals are good, things are shaping up nicely, the charts longer term look good, which for Mercado Libre they do. So I'm excited, man. I think it's about to break through 1950, 2000, and we could go a lot higher from there. So very good day for Mercado Libre. Tesla's pushing, but this is not quite out of the woods yet. Tesla's back in the mid 300s. Who would have thought, right? I'm not surprised. When it got hit all the way to 293, I bought some at like 306, 330. So I didn't nail the bottom. Do we ever really nail the bottom? You know, sometimes we do, but who cares, right? I was buying there because I knew we were going to snap back. Is anybody surprised? No, nobody's surprised, but we're not fully out of the woods yet. For Tesla to really be out of the woods, we need to break through 375 probably back over 400, which we have a little bit, a little ways to go until we get back to that point. Let's see what else is doing well. Software is not doing bad today. We have CRM up 5%. This one's testing multi-month highs as well at about 210. This is actually a big test for CRM heading into earnings on what day is that? The 26th. So, next Wednesday, same day as Nvidia and I believe CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike might be that day as well. So that's a big day of earnings. So CRM's at a big point. 210 is the breakout spot for them. Adobe's up 4%, also at a multi-month resistance at about 275, 280. Keep your eyes on Adobe there, guys. Let's see, ServiceNow 7% up Oh, and you guessed it, also at a multi-month resistance. So be careful. These stocks are pushing, but we're not out of the woods quite yet. And some of them have earnings coming up. So I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Overall, look, for me, what stocks am I looking to really buy right now? At this point, listen, I'm not buying a crazy amount of stocks day in, day out. When there's a good trade opportunity that pops up, I'm going for it, but I have a good amount of cash. Not saying I'm waiting for a crash at this point, but I'm being cautious with what I'm buying. I'm honestly being patient on Google stock right now. This is one that I really want to add more to, but it just keeps messing with 340, and I just think we're going to take it out. I think we're going to go to 320, and I'm kind of keeping a good amount of buying power for that. I do want to get a good chunk more of Google, and I'm waiting for that. And other than that, man, listen, there are stocks I'm looking to add more to, but patience is key. And trades, when you're patient, when you're sitting on cash, you're not forcing trades every day. It's funny how it works. Trades present themselves to you, and you're like, oh, this setup looks good, and boom, you have cash, you can take advantage. And I'll keep you guys posted, as always, on or in the Patreon and the Discord and the actual Patreon app. We post all the trades, all the portfolio updates. I answer all your questions, guys. You can DM me. We have a private Discord. And listen, a lot of people have been joining. A lot of people have been finding value. I hope you guys have been finding value. So let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the Patreon, link down below in the bio, in the comments. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys in the next video.